Hi, it's Lisa. I used to hate networking, to be honest. I have to admit, I thought it was something really smarmy, and that the purpose of networking was just to connect with people so that you could get something from them. Was I ever wrong? Networking is about connecting with people. Funny, that's what I love to do. So, people in a network agree to support and help each other. If you think about it that way, it's not nearly so scary or smarmy. So, here's how to really make sure that you're doing what you need in order to have a great network. So, first of all, nurture your network. Taking the time to start developing your network before you need to rely on it is so important. So, it's not, when you're looking for a job opportunity, suddenly you decide to start to network. It's really something you need to maintain. I'm not always great at this, and I work so hard at it, but it's something that requires attention for sure. The way that you do this, is to really, reach out, connect, and be ready to help other people in your network long before you ever need their help. Second, when you're looking for an opportunity, this is the time to play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Who do you know and where? Who knows who in what business or what industry, what organization you're trying to connect to? Who's adjacent to that industry or that organization? This is where you really start to reach out and to fine tune sort of how you get toward the connections that will help you to get an opportunity that you're looking for. You also, once you've figured out who those connections are, you're going to reach out to them, and this is for a genuine conversation. So sometimes people are coached to, write questions and make sure you know exactly what you need to talk about before you go into a coffee date or something like that. I don't disagree with that. What I would say is it's really important that what you're looking for is a genuine conversation. So these days, the coffee date, obviously right now with COVID, there's lots of limitations to that, but also from a time perspective and that sort of thing, it's not always realistic. So what you want to do is to reach out, even for a 15-minute call, just to start with at least. You can get a lot done in that time, and you're not going to be adding another 30-minute or an hour-long Zoom call to somebody's already ridiculously packed schedule. And respect people's time and be interested in their story. You'll find you get a lot from it, but also that it's not so one-sided. And really know what you're looking for from the conversation. So that does mean that you've got some questions or an objective that you're trying to understand. What is the culture like in this organization? Or trying to identify if that organization would be a good fit for you. Or you want to have an understanding of what path this person took in order to get to where they are now, those kinds of things. And so have that framed in your mind so that there's a frame to the conversation. And then to also just go with the flow when you're in that conversation, because you don't necessarily know where it's going to take you. Remember that it is about the connection and about connecting. After all, that's what networking is. So I'll give you an example that's, from back when I was almost finished my MBA and I was making a change, and I reached out for an information interview with somebody who was the managing partner in a people development consulting firm that I had seen their work and had been involved with before. And I was looking at sort of understanding if I wanted to become a consultant and what that looked like. But I also, I think, had a little bit of a secret hope that they were going to say, oh, you're brilliant and we love you and we'd love to hire you right now. I'll give you a little hint, that didn't happen. But when I showed up for it, it turned out that the managing partner had included the president and the senior VP of business development in this meeting. So I was a little freaked out, but I went with the flow. And I will tell you, it was one of the best meetings I've ever had. And I continue to have opportunities and so many valuable professional relationships that have come from that one meeting. So it doesn't always, it's not always going to happen exactly the way that you think it will, but be open to it and go with the flow, because really amazing things can happen. And that's the power of a network, is that you're not just using it for one targeted thing, but you're building relationships and connecting. And I can tell you how excited I get when I get to connect someone in my network to someone else in my network, because I think that they would have a great connection as well. And that's what you're looking for, is just building those things. It can actually be quite an invigorating thing and not at all smarmy. So enjoy. And if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd always love to hear from you. Thanks so much.